Hey friends, we are day 14 of our 21-day journaling practice. And today I have a brother-in-law that has a birthday, so happy birthday. The energy field today has shifted a little bit, so we're going to lean into it. Now, one of the things that I just want to lean into, and I am so appreciative of all the emails that I'm getting around this practice. There's, about 100, 150 people that are walking through this energy. And I think it's so magical to watch that. What I want to pull you into is I'm leaning into the word contemplation a lot. And why am I leaning into that word? Well, the 20th gate, the sleeping phoenix that we're moving towards. The sleeping phoenix is, built off of the 3420, which is the gift. And contemplation is the magic that expresses our own personal power of the 34. So when we can lean into the contemplation, and contemplation ends up actually quieting the mind because it's softer, it's more gentle. It can lean us deeper into the subtleties of our thinking process when we lean into contemplation. And the 3420 is a gift. So we want to lean into what is your gift. Also, this is going to be an energy field that moves humanity through a 412-year cycle. 412 years. So if you can learn contemplation, quietude, leaning into the magic that's actually built into your own personal power, that's built right into your magical manifestation process. And I know I've said it a few times here on YouTube, is that I'm going to have a manifestation course. It's going to be like quite simple and yet quite profound through the lens of design. Because that's where we're moving. Humanity is no longer going to struggle with manifestation. And I don't mean, it's going to be, manifestation is going to just be so simple, because it is, like, quite literally. And you might think, Leann, you're totally nuts. But what is the keynote of the 3420? Thoughts become deeds. Manifestation at its purest sense, was birthed through the 3420. And there will be this magic of thinking and the materialism showing up. And again, you might think I'm crazy, but that's where we're moving. It's going to be a process. 412 years. 4 generations from now, they're going to look back at all the stuff that we've been putting online. They're going to look back at all this stuff and they're going to think, like, why did they make this such a hard process? They're going to laugh at us. That's what I think. So let's share the screen and we will lean into my body graph and just check and see what has shifted. And of course, the moon has shifted. We know that shifts. We know that it goes through about 2.5 gates every single day. It was in the 48. And now it is in the 57. What is that 57? Well, of course, it's the fear of the future. However, it is intuitive. There's intuitive clarity here. It's an extraordinary power of clarity when we can lean into the knowing versus the fear of the future. So more times than not, this is what's holding us back, is this fear of the future. This fear of the unknown holds us back. So once we lean into our knowing, and what do I mean by knowing? Well, I want to take you down here to the 60th gate. Truth and transformation. Oops, hold on. Truth and transformation happen right at this moment in time. Okay, truth and transformation is asking us to lean into the energy field of the 60th gate. And what does the 60th gate have to tell us? That we have to first accept our limitation. And once we accept that limitation, we can transcend all of it. We can transcend all of it. And the key here is that we lean into our decisiveness. That's going to be the gift that the 60th gate is leaving with us as it moves through the Pluto, and it doesn't leave until 2024. So we have some time to lean into this energy. So the 60 is all about restraint. So it's not about jumping in. It's not about jumping in. It's about leaning into the innovation that's inside of you, leaning into your individuality, leaning into your gifts. And what does design teach us but decisiveness? This is the number one gift that design provides to us, is this decision. The minute that we are double binding in our energy field, meaning, oh yeah, I love that. I feel it. I feel my inner authority doing this. But I don't know. Then the conditioned mind starts to take over and you start to question it. Indecisiveness will always lead to disbelief, self-doubt. It will lean into, fear. It will lean into a lower self-esteem because you're not putting the decision-making into practice and trusting it. The moment that we do not trust, and that's what the entire individual circuitry indicates to us, is that we have to lean into the truth of the decision-making. We have to lean into the truth of the mechanical aspect of who we are and trust it. Once we do that, we can transcend. We can totally transcend it. So that's why I wanted to take you down to the 60, because decisiveness is the key to your movement forward. And again, the 60 is here indicating to us and allowing us to witness when we make a decision, totally changes our lives. But when we are half-assed in our decision-making, if we're double binding in our decision-making, the potential is always there. It is our disbelief of the potential that holds us back completely. And then, of course, what do we know is that we move into the 32. There's continuity that's going to happen later on today that you can contemplate. And what does this contemplation provide for us? Well, this contemplation gives us this energy to look at our purpose. So continuity is this fear of like death. It's the fear of the 28. I get it. The 28 is the fear of death, but the 32 is like this deep fear of failure. But what failure actually leans into is extinction. That's what the 32, because this is tribal, that's what it leans into, is this fear of extinction, that you will be extinct. There'll be no more continuity, no more ability to lean into that continuity. So the 28 and the 32 for me really play off on each other. I get it. The 28's not here, but I'm just telling you this so that you understand it. The 32 is this. So when I lean into practices, right, the coaching practice with my clients, this is the very first thing that we go over is tell me what your work history is. Tell me what your life experience is. I need to know the continuity of the story so that I can sit outside the fishbowl and watch the thread of the life and then lean you into it. You're not having any experiences in your life that are not building you or your purpose is built into them. Okay. You're not here to find your purpose. You're here to clean the lens of your glasses, your windshield, your mind, so that you can actually see that the purpose has always been running through your life. Okay. Always happening. And then did we chat about the 58? We must have. We're on the 6th line. So lean into these couple things, okay? Lean into first intuition. Lean into what's the continuity that's been happening in your life. Lean into understanding that contemplation is not just for the 20th gate. It's for everybody because that's where we're moving. Contemplation takes you into a space where you can have a quietude of mind. And in order for the thinker, the 6124, to show up for you, to show up for you in a powerful way, to show you the things and let you hear the things, let you acoustically experience the quietude of mind. In this moment, this is what we've been given, is this ability for us to lean into this process so we can really start to harness it. And fourth line day, well, what do we know about fourth line day is that there's a lot of influence happening in fourth lines. There's this research capacity as well to research the mysteries of what is all of this, what is all of this stuff that's going on. And I would say, you know, again, I'm a deep studier. I love to listen to philosophers, but I would say lean into your own contemplation today and research inside of yourself. What are you thinking? What are the decisions that you're making at this moment? And are they true for you? Or is there this double binding message that you're sending out in the energy field of, yeah, I want to go all in. Oh, I'm too scared. Yeah, I want to go all in. I'm too scared. The only failure, and why am I going to say this? Because the 32 is coming up. The only failure is when we actually don't start something, because we will never ever know if it will succeed or fail if it actually wasn't presented to the consciousness field. It's not presented to the consciousness field, then we have no idea if it's going to fail or succeed. So play with that. Again, mentorship is open, self-study is open, and I would love to see you there on Tuesday at noon Mountain Standard Time, if that is something that you want to lean into. All right.